guys, welcome to Keeping It Simple Crafts. I hope everyone is doing good. Today I'm going to show you how I made this yardstick door swag. It could also be used as a garland or a centerpiece. They're easy to make and lots of fun too. For this yardstick door swag, you're going to need one roll of the 21-inch mesh. Now I ordered this fabric mesh online from Craft Outlet, so it's 21 by 10 yards, and you will need one roll. You're also going to need a yardstick, and you could paint the yardstick the same color of your mesh if you want to. So first you're going to take your 21-inch mesh and you're just going to cut it into 21-inch squares. And we did remove about 4 inches off the end of the yardstick. So here I'm just taking my mesh and I'm going to cut it into a square. So I'm cutting at 20 inches. It's not going to really matter if you cut it at 20 inches or 21 inches, and you'll see why in just a little bit. Now I'm taking a pipe cleaner, moving down about 3 inches on the yardstick, and I'm just twisting the pipe cleaner around the yardstick and I'm leaving it pointed toward the ceiling. Now I'm taking my mesh, just folding it in half so that the ends overlap, then I'm rotating it and walking my fingers up the center to make a ruffle. So notice which side I am pointing toward the ceiling. So I'm going to my top pipe cleaner and just going to twist the pipe cleaner around the mesh. I have lots of yardstick door swag tutorials on my YouTube channel. I make new ones for each season and holidays, and I do them different each time. So now I moved down about 4 or 5 inches and I'm adding another pipe cleaner to the yardstick. Same steps. I'm taking my mesh and cutting it at 20 inches, and then I'm just going to take it, fold the ends to the center, overlapping the ends, rotate it, and walk my fingers up the center to make a ruffle. And this is a large ruffle since we're using the 21-inch deco mesh. Placing my ruffle in the pipe cleaner and giving it a few twists. You're just going to repeat the same process, so move down 4 or 5 inches, add a pipe cleaner, leave it pointed toward the ceiling, take your mesh, cut it into a square, and make your ruffle. And do the same steps all the way down the center. And then after you have your ruffles added, then you might want to go back with a little hot glue and hot glue your pipe cleaners in place so that they do not move. Miss Willow liked the design of this yardstick door swag. She had to stick her little head in the ruffle and she was just so cute. So I just thought I'd add this little clip of her. And there she was watching my daughter. We thought she might jump, but she decided to just stay back. Parker and Lucky were under the table supervising. Okay guys, and here's the way the back looks. And I did add some hot glue so that the pipe cleaners would not move. Now you can make yours a little fuller if you choose. Now we're going to let out some mesh and make a bubble, and this is going at the very top of the yardstick. So gather your mesh together, slide your hand down it about 12 inches, make a bubble. Then you're going to go to the top of your yardstick, that first pipe cleaner, place your bubble in the pipe cleaner, twist the pipe cleaner around your mesh. Then you're going to want to fluff your poof or puff or bubble at the top, whatever you like to call it. Fluff it, and then now we're going to slide our hand down about 8 or 9 inches, make another poof or puff, go to your second pipe cleaner, twist the pipe cleaner around the mesh, and you're going to be making the same size bubbles all the way down the yardstick, and then at the end make another big poof so that your ends kind of match. So we did Ruffles first, and then we did Poofs down the center, and it's nice and full and fluffy, and it's a pretty big door swag. I did add 3 bows to this Yardstick door swag, and I'm just using some 1.5-inch width ribbon from Sam's Club. I picked it up in store this spring. Also this 2.5-inch width ribbon with wire from Sam's Club in store at Sam's Club, and then my last color 1.5-inch width. All 3 of the ribbons do have wires. So I'm just going to start with my 2.5-inch width, let out probably about an 8 or 9-inch tail, and make a loop. Keep it pinched tightly in my left hand, probably about a 4 or 5-inch loop, depending on what size bow you want. I like big bows, so I'm making another loop the same size on the opposite side. Sometimes when you have ribbon with a design on top, you have to twist the ribbon to keep the design on top. So I'm making another loop. Try to make it the same size as your first loop. Check your loop size. Go back to the other side. Make another loop. Keep it pinched tightly in your hand. And I'm going to let out another tail about 8 or 9 inches or so. Then I'm going to add my second color right on top of my first color. So I'm using the pretty striped ribbon, and it's 1.5-inch width, letting out a tail first, placing it on top of the 2.5-inch, making a loop, and I made it about a 4-inch loop. The first color about a 5-inch loop, second color 4-inch loops. Same steps. Try to make your loops the same size each time, just making 2 loops on the left, 2 loops on the right. And then last I'm going to use the yellow ribbon. Let out a tail. Then you're going to want to have either some floral wire or a zip tie close by to wrap it nice and tight around the center of the bow. Since this is a lot of ribbon to hold, I like to use a zip tie. So I'm just wrapping the zip tie around the center of the bow, pulling it tight. Then I'm going to dovetail the ends. Fold your tail in half with the edges to the left side. Go to the folded side, cut away from the fold, and that makes the pretty V on the ends. It just kind of dresses it up. So make sure you dovetail all your tails and then fluff the loops of your bow. Now I'm taking a piece of floral wire, just going to thread it underneath the zip tie, and that way I can easily attach my bow to my wreath. To attach my bow, I'm just going to take my wires, thread them through the mesh, then go to the back of the yardstick, twist the wires, and then cut them off short and fold them down. When you have your door swag finished, you can cover the back of the yardstick with some felt to give it a more finished look. I added a bow to the top of the wreath, the bottom of the wreath, and then one in the center just above the sign. Make sure you're threading your wires through your mesh because you don't want to change the shape of your wreath. So just be patient, thread the wires through the mesh, then go to the back, twist the wires, and then cut them off short and fold them down. To hang up this wreath on your door, you're going to want to drill a hole in the top of the yardstick, and then you can add wire or twine so that you can hang it easily on your door. Now, if you're using it for a centerpiece, then battery-powered LED lights are a great addition. Also, maybe some florals would be pretty. I have lots of different tutorials on yardstick, door swags, centerpieces, garlands. So if you want to see something different, you can kind of tell me what you're looking for, and I can try to link it for you in the comments. This is the bow that I tied to go above the welcome sign. I ordered the welcome sign online from Craft Outlet. And this one's a little bit heavier and thicker than the Dollar Tree signs, but I hot glued some pipe cleaners onto the back and let them dry so that I could attach it to the wreath. Now here I am adding some ribbon down the center of the door swag. So I just dovetail the ends, move down about 5 inches, going to my second pipe cleaner, twisting the pipe cleaner around the ribbon, kind of fluffing the tails. Then I don't want to pull it tight, so I'm going to let out a little bit of ribbon, leave it a little bit loose, go to the third pipe cleaner, twist the pipe cleaner around the ribbon, and I'm going to do this all the way down and leave about 5 or 6 inch tails at the end. Took the wreath outside, but it's kind of cloudy today and about ready to storm, so the lighting doesn't do it justice. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, share this video, and if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I would love to have you as a subscriber. And I just wanted to say thank you to all of you that leave sweet and positive comments on my tutorials. I really appreciate y'all so much.